Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Edgar Ice Arena, where it is Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey taking on the Mercy Marlins. Always a very, very tough matchup. Livonia Stevenson just got off the ice. They just resurfaced it. Mercy is all ready to hop out of their locker room and hit the ice. Give me one moment. We'll play a couple messages from the MHSAA, check our levels, and then I'll do a little pregame here and talk about both teams. You are listening to Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Where can you find good information on all kinds of topics related to the well-being of our student athletes? Check out the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. Learn about multi-sport participation, heat and hydration, cardiovascular resources, as well as insurance benefits available for our students. It's all on the health and safety page of MHSAA.com. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Health concerns in high school sports go beyond physical injuries. The mental well-being of our young people is a hotter topic than ever before. The Michigan High School Athletic Association website has resources to help adults and students recognize potential problems and deal with them in a positive way. You can learn more about these mental health resources on the health and safety page of the MHSAA website. A message from the MHSAA promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Again, we are live from the Edgar Ice Arena, where it is Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey playing the Mercy Marlins here, Mercy's home game. As let's pull up a little information. Pioneer just coming off of a game yesterday that was versus Walled Lake, the Walled Lake Wild at Lakeland Ice Arena. It was lovely to see many of the parents make the trip out there, and we see a number of the Pioneer parents coming in right now, which is absolutely fantastic. That was a 2-0 win by Walled Lake. So Pioneer won the first game 3-1 versus Downriver United. They lost to Washtenaw United 1-3, and then to Walled Lake 0-2. Taking a look a little bit more of information about that game. Walled Lake got 2 goals in the first. And that was all she wrote. That was all the goals. No goals in the second or in the third. Pioneer, they say, is 0 for 5 on the power play. Walled Lake 0 for 4. The Walled Lake skaters who scored, it was Flesher with a goal and Amanda Dunn with a goal. So 2 goals for the Walled Lake Wild. There was an assist to Gasson, an assist to Willis, an assist to Weglers, an assist to Fletzer for the assist. And then penalty minutes 4 to Gasson, 4 to Willis, and 2 to Dunn. Emily Tracht played all 45 minutes between the pipes, faced 31 shots on goal, saved 31 shots on goal. There is no Pioneer detail on there, but I do know that it started off with Cody Ross between the pipes, and then Grand took over a little bit about halfway through the game. So both goaltenders got a chance to play. And Pioneer just not able to figure out a way, despite their best efforts, to get back behind Emily Tracht. So that's where Pioneer is 1-2 on the season. Taking a look at the Mercy Marlins. They started off back on February 10th. They played Grosse Pointe North, and over at the Eastside Hockey Arena, that was a 10-2 win. Then on February 11th, they beat Grosse Pointe South here at the Edgar Ice Arena. That was a 2-1 win. Then they beat Plymouth Canton Salem over at Plymouth Canton Salem's home rink, the Arctic Edge of Canton. We end up spending a lot of time over there. Lovely facility. That was a 10-1 win. And it was a 9-0 win versus Troy United here at the Edgar Ice Arena. And we'll take a look at that. But if you look at it, it looks like they mercied 3 out of the 4 games, which happens with this team. They are very, very tough. And they are 4-0. So Pioneer really has their work cut out for them today, trying to do their best and try and get a win versus a high quality opponent today. If we pull out and open up a new tab here, looking at the Troy United game, that was last Wednesday, so they've had a little bit more time off between the broadcasts as well. It was 7 goals for Mercy in the first, and then 2 in the second, and then because it was an 8-goal differential, there was no third period. Troy United 0-2 on the power play, Mercy 0-0. Taking a look, it started off at 14:08 with Mercy scoring. That was Reber, an even strength goal from Brown and Montemayor. Then at 13:59, it was Murphy with an even strength goal from Manning and Flynn. Then at 11:21, it was Walton getting an even strength goal from Fergan and Murphy. Then it's the 6:32 mark. It was Murphy with an even strength goal from Brown and Montemayor. Then at 5:18, it was Reber with an even strength goal. That one from Hollis and Lorelli. Then at 4:36, it was Lorelli even strength from Brown and Hollis. Then it was Flynn with an even strength goal. That at 2:50 from Manning and Montemayor. In the second, Reber scored at 7:31 from Brown and Montemayor, and then at 3:28, it was Flynn even strength goal from Manning and Murphy. So the goals were thusly 1 for Walton, 2 for Murphy, 3 for Reber, 1 for Lorelli, 2 for Flynn. Assists were 2 for Murphy, 2 for Hollis, 4 for Montemayor, 1 for Lorelli, 1 for Flynn, 1 for Fergan, 4 for Brown, and 3 for Manning. Rorick played all 30 minutes between the pipes, facing 3 shots on goal and saving all 3. For the other side, Troy United, no scoring to report. Powell played 4 minutes between the pipes, 5 shots on goal, saved 4 of them. And Davis played 26 minutes between the pipes, faced 23 shots on goal and saved 15 of them. If we take a look at Pioneer at the player stats and take a look at your top point leaders for Pioneer, it stays the same as it did last time, as Jasinski has 2 points on a goal and an assist. Then a number of players having a point out there for Pioneer, spread very, very evenly around for Mercy, as we're getting ready for player introductions. But just to tell you, the top offensive leaders for Mercy, with 11 points on 6 goals and 5 assists, it's Maggie Murphy, number 10, so keep an eye on her. With 10 points on 3 goals and 7 assists, it is Brown. And then with 7 points on 3 goals and 4 assists is Manning. Now we get ready for the player announcements. Here come the starting alliance. Zoe Andrianopoulos being announced for Pioneer as she skates out to the blue line. Kaylee Barraclough, starter for Pioneer, skates out to the blue line. As Friedman skates out for Pioneers starting. Reed, starter on defense for Pioneers. She skates out. And Tuzinski starting for Pioneer. And Maddie Grand gets the call between the pipes as she comes out to the blue line. And now for the Mercy Marlins, their starting lineup. Murphy comes out to starting to blue line for a starter. Lorelli starting for the Marlins. Flynn comes out starting for the Marlins. Fergan starting on defense for the Marlins. Manning, another starter for the Marlins. And Rorick, the starting goaltender for the Mercy Marlins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to honor America, the playing of the national anthem. I always feel like they love to use a version of the national anthem that has that last note carried out. So you see all the players raise their stick waiting for that. But an excellent rendition of the national anthem. Great stick salute by both teams. And we are getting ready to go as Pioneer taking on the 4-0 Mercy Marlins. Pioneer's going to try and find a way to get a win on this tough Mercy team. In the last game, again, Mercy had 7 goals in the first. So they like to start off quick. So Pioneer's going to have to focus, keep their defense solid, and see what they can do. As Mercy gathered around their goaltender to the right-hand side, gathered around Rorick. And Grand goes over to her crease on the left-hand side. So Pioneer going from left to right. I tried to combine those two. Left to right in this opening period. Barricklow in to take the face-off. To her right is Tuzinski. To her left is Friedman. Reed and Zoe Andrianopoulos are the defenders as that puck comes in along the near boards. Picking up, trying to go the other direction is Flynn. The puck in along the near boards of the neutral zone. Now it comes skittering into the Pioneer zone, twirling on edge, picked up by Reed back behind her own goal. Reed trying to put it into the far corner. Centering attempt, that comes top of the near circle. Pioneer able to get it out of the zone. Then backhanded right back, trying to backhand it in. Good job by Pioneer to stop that. Over to Zoe Andrianopoulos along the near board. She goes over center, fires it ahead to Zuzinski, who dumps it in. That puck goes right back behind Rourke into the far corner. Gathering it up there, sending it ahead was Norvell. Gathered in by Tuzinski into the far corner. She switches directions, gets it back to the far point for Reed. Reed takes a shot. That goes off of a pair of skates. Here comes the captain racing down as it's a breakaway. And there's a shot and a save by Grand. No, they pointed. And it slipped in. Grand had it for a moment. And Murphy came out on a breakaway. Murphy able to get a little speed. Came in. Grand made a good save, but it just managed to skip through the and get in. And that makes it 1-0 Mercy here in the first. So we'll have a face-off at center ice as Piper Campbell in to take the face-off. That versus Reber as the puck battle right at center ice. Mercy comes away with it. That dropped back by Brown. Coming ahead. Pulling into the zone, in along the near boards is Reber. Reber puts it back, top of the near circle. Gathered up, here comes Pioneer. Piper Campbell coming down the near boards. Piper Campbell gains the zone. Piper Campbell trying to get away from Reber. That tipped into the near corner. Great defensive play. As that was Fergan on that. That puck comes ahead, bringing it in. Here comes Brown, top of the near circle. That went off of a skate. Good defensive play by Pioneer. The puck outside the near circle. Neubauer trying to pull it away. Now trying to put it out in front. Brown switches tactics, comes back into the near corner, gets it back to the near point. There's a shot by Walton, deflected out in front. Grand does a good job to stop it, cover it up. 13-14 left to go here in the first. 1-0 is the score for the Marlins. Face-off will be in the Pioneer zone. It's going to be in the far face-off circle. As in to take the face-off is Lopresti. That puck, top of the far circle. There's a shot. The defense got a piece of his. It's in along the end boards, trying to put it back out in front. It's Murphy. Back to the far point. There's a shot by Norvell, trying to tip away at it, and a cover-up by Grand. As Murphy was right there on the doorstep trying to tip it in. Lopresti in to take the face-off again. Giordano to her left. That comes all the way back into the neutral zone. Walton chasing it back. Now gathered, knocked in along the near boards. Lopresti fires it back deep. That ricochets off the end boards. Picked up. Here comes Mercy as they send ahead, trying to leave the zone. Nice job by Bradley to poke check it away. Mercy gets it back. Now they're coming up. Cross-ice pass. Here comes Murphy into the far corner. Murphy goes back behind the Pioneer goal. Centering attempt covered up by Grand. As coming up, Manning was trying to crash the crease as Grand took it from the back wall, put it out in front. Murphy took it from the back wall, put it out front, but Grand got a glove on it. 12:31 left to go here in the first. Barraclough taking the face-off as the puck in along the far boards. Back behind, coming along the near boards. As that put ahead, then it's Reber with it outside the near circle of the Pioneer zone. Barraclough trying to peel it off the boards. Also in there is Hollis. That picked up at the near spot. Shot by Montemayor. That goes wide. Outside the far circle, Friedman goes to try and pull that away. There's a shot from the inner corner of the far circle. And out in front, still loose. Now covered up. As Brown was in there chipping away at it. As well as I think Hollis was over there. Again, good save by Grand. 11:59 left to go. Mercy has had plenty of pressure on Pioneer. Face-off in that far face-off circle to Grand's left. As that puck comes slipping back into the neutral zone. Here comes Friedman with it. Friedman trying to get out in front. That poked away by Montemayor. Coming in along the near boards is Reber. Reber battling a pair of Pioneers. Tuzinski tries to get it back into the zone. Tuzinski has it on the near circle. Tuzinski with a shot. And a save by Rohrick. Now Friedman on the far corner. Friedman pulls that back behind the goal. Centering attempt. There's a shot by Tuzinski. Covered up by Rohrick. Oh, good job to feed it out in front. Tuzinski with a nice shot. Rohrick getting a pad save. 11:32 left to go here in the first. 1-0 Mercy in the lead. As the defense shows a little love to Rohrick there. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That's Piper Campbell taking the face-off. The puck in along the far boards as Olivia Andrianopoulos put it in there. Getting it back, Olivia Andrianopoulos with a shot. Rohrick The save. Pioneer right on this doorstep was Neubauer waiting for a rebound, and Rourke would not oblige. She covered it up, throws the puck. 11:22 left to go. Face-off in that far face-off circle to Rourke's right. As that sent all the way down, saucering puck now on edge into the Pioneer zone. Pioneer trying to keep it out. That slipped back. Piper Campbell has it in along the far boards. Piper Campbell centering it ahead. That picked up by Walton, who fires it. Now pulled away. Here comes Draybeck coming down the near boards of the neutral zone. That knocked the other direction by Mercy. That should be icing, and it is. 10:53 left to go here in the first. 1-0 the lead by the Marlins. Faceoff will come back into the Mercy zone in the near faceoff circle. Lopresti in to take the faceoff versus Reber. That puck comes back to the near point. There is Rory Campbell with the shot. That deflects outside the far corner. Picked up there, heading ahead is Murphy. Murphy trying to fire it in, grabbing it. Manning on the near circle into the slot. Shot. That one just went high. As Reed has it back behind, feeds it over. In along the near boards, Bradley gets it back over to Rory Campbell, who fires it deep as it skitters into the Mercy zone. Picked up, fired the other direction. As that was Fergan with it into the neutral zone. Pioneer trying to set it up. Here comes Bradley. Bradley through the neutral zone. Bradley cross-ice pass. That tipped down, but now picked up in along the far board. Sten had it. Now that back to the far corner, or to the far point, put back into the far corner. As Chetton trying to pull that away. Mercy with it in along the far boards. As that stopped, tipped. The puck loose on that far circle. Walton trying to get it back to the far point. Reed backhands it again deep. Walton picks it up underneath the far circle. Walton has that back into the neutral zone. Pioneer will reset. Reed fires it over to Rory Campbell in along the near boards. Rory Campbell trying to avoid Brown. Centering attempt. Reed getting her stick in the way. Brown has it. Trying for a wide angle shot. Now goes back behind the goal. Brown into the slot. Shot covered up by Grand. As I do believe that was Reber in front. Every once in a while, the jersey's tucked in the back, and it's hard to read. So I will do my best in effort, but sometimes I can only see about an inch of a couple inches there of the numbers. So please forgive me if I misidentify. Piper Campbell fired that in along the far boards, coming along. It's Olivia Andrianopoulos sends it in along the near boards. That knocked down Lorelli, had it. Now bouncing puck through the slot, picked up by Miling. Miling sends it along the far boards. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to pick that up. That squirts right back outside the far circle. As Miling trying to knock that away. There's a shot and another save by Grant. But we do want to say hello to Susan from Austin. She always wrote us such lovely emails when Jack Miling was with the Pioneer men's team a few years ago. And now that we have another amazing, wonderful Miling with us. This is Anna Miling. We're very happy that Susan's tuning in again. The face-off comes into the high slot. There's a shot by Murphy. That one just goes wide. The puck back behind. Miling trying to get it out of the way. There's a shot and a score. As that one was put in by Manning, I believe, as it popped out right in front. And that is a tall task for Grand. A point-blank shot there. So that'll make it 2-0 Mercy with 8:50 left to go here in the first period. And Mercy has a lot of firepower. They've scored over 8 goals in 3 of the 4 games they've played. The puck in along the far boards. Now bringing it in. There's a shot that just goes high. As that was Fergan with it in along the near boards. Friedman has it outside the near circle. Friedman comes back behind her own goal, trying to get a little bit of room to work. Fires it ahead from underneath the far circle. That puck slips into the Mercy zone. Pulled by Mercy back behind, trying to get it into the near corner. Friedman chasing it back behind the goal. The puck comes loose, now slips through the slot, trying to poke away at it. That comes back into the near corner. as Lopresti trying to pick it up in the near corner. That held in at the near point. That by Zoe Andrianopoulos, now pulling away with it. Coming into the zone was Manning. That knocked away. Great defensive play by Reed. That tipped right back in. Zoe Andrianopoulos chases it. Back behind. So Manning on the goal. Lorelli on the assist. Picked up. Here comes Barraclough. Barraclough underneath the near circle of her own zone. Barraclough has that poke checked away. And moving back behind by Hollis. Picked up. Here comes Reed. Reed feeds it ahead to Friedman. That knocked away. Reber puts it back in along the end boards. Hollis trying to peel it off of those end boards. Now picked up by Brown. Brown has that poked away by Barraclough. Zoe Andrianopoulos feeds it ahead to Friedman. Friedman trying to get around. That poke check right back in by Montemayor. Montemayor has it. Top of the near circle. And that picked up. Here comes Tuzinski. Tuzinski has speed. Tuzinski over center ice. Gains his own in the high slot. Shot that got caught by the defense. Deflected into the near corner. Quickly sent the other direction. Picked up by Rory Campbell at her own blue line coming down the near boards. That puck deflects in along the far boards. Barraclough chases it. Battle for it right in front of the scorer's bench. As that puck comes right back. Rory Campbell feeding it. Banking it in along the near boards back into the Mercy zone. Mercy collects it there. As the puck underneath the near circle coming over, Reber sends it for a ride in along the far boards. Grabbing it, Murphy. Murphy trying to peel it off those far boards. Now the puck comes into the high slot. Mercy controls over their own blue line. Heading down the near boards, Reber puts it deep before she goes off for a line change. Mercy getting some fresh legs. The puck into the near corner. Trying to peel that away is Veidlinger. Sending that ahead to Neubauer. The puck deflects right to Pioneer blue line. Able to hold it in somehow was Lorelli. The puck in the slot. Saved by Grand. And that comes outside the near circle. As Murphy collects it. Top of the near circle. Murphy with a shot. That deflects off of a defenseman. Now coming in along the near boards is Manning. Manning has that pulled away by Piper Campbell. Piper Campbell sends it for a ride in along the far boards. Here comes Chen. Chen deflects it off the far boards. Pulled back into the neutral zone. Collected by Murphy. Cross-ice pass. That tipped comes in on edge. Draybeck has it outside the near circle. Draybeck trying to avoid some pressure, but that grab. Oh, excellent job by Rory Campbell to poke check that away. Now that puck slips into the far corner. Rory Campbell will gather it in. Again, trying to avoid Manning, the last goal scorer for Mercy. Here comes Olivia Andrianopoulos over center. Olivia Andrianopoulos again has that poked away. Lopresti sends it ahead. As that's gathered and fired from the Mercy blue line. Myling has it at her own blue line, sending along those far boards. That tipped. Myling trying to get it away. Coming in Brown. Brown on the edge of that far circle. That goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Will have a whistle. I believe that's an illegal body check, I think. We'll see. 4:56 left to go here in this. The first period, 2-0 is the lead for Mercy. Lopresti will go into the box for two, so Mercy has the 2-0 lead, and now they have an extra skater for 2 minutes. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Barraclough in to take the face-off. That puck tipped in along the far boards. As Reed trying to peel it off the far boards. Barraclough in there as well. Reed comes away with it into the far corner. Reed lifts it back to the blue line, but not out. There's a shot that deflected out in front, held in. Shot from the high slot. That goes high into the near corner. Zoe Andrianopoulos sends it along the boards. Now Tuzinski gets it back into the neutral zone. So Mercy will have to reset as that's pulled, sent ahead by Fergan, grabbing it. Top of the far boards. That shot was deflected off of a skate out in front. Brown has it along the near boards. Brown now top of the near circle, feeds it back to the near point. Walton gets it back to Brown. Brown wide angle shot. That slips through the crease. All the way back to the top of the near circle. Chasing it, Walton. Walton trying to put a shot on goal. That deflects out in front. Still chipping away at it. Good job clearing it. As that's fired all the way down the ice. Barraclough got it over to Jasinski, who cleared it all the way down the ice. 55 seconds left to go in the Mercy power play. as they reset up the play. Coming forward, Mercy brings it into the zone. Walton has it on the far circle. Walton underneath the goal line, goes back behind the Pioneer goal. Moves it to Flynn. Flynn centering attempt. That cleared away. Rory Campbell doing a great job to fire that all the way down the ice. Gathered in along the near boards. Murphy chasing it on that near circle of her own zone. Here she comes over her own blue line. Murphy fires it ahead. Now Reber has it. Reber top of the far circle. Reber spins with it. Now puts it back to the blue line. One-timer. That deflects outside the near circle. Myling has it there. Myling trying to avoid pressure. Myling in along the end boards. Rory Campbell comes over to help. Flynn has it. Flynn puts it back. There's a shot by Montemayor out in front that slips just to the left of the goal. Piper Campbell trying to knock it away from the Mercy offense. Here comes Lopresti. Pioneer back to full strength. Lopresti over center ice. Lopresti gains the zone. Lopresti has that poked away but chases it back behind the goal. Comes over into the near corner. Lopresti still fighting through. Now Barraclough comes over to pinch as that's sent back into the neutral zone. Reed has it. Reed fires it right back in. As that puck collected in along the far boards, Montemayor sends it into the neutral zone. Lopresti sends it right back in to the Mercy zone. 2:19 left to go here in the first. 2-0, the lead by Mercy. Barraclough sends it deep. As that's in along the end boards. Gathered in by Montemayor. She sends it ahead. Loose puck, top of the near circle. Here comes Mercy through the neutral zone. As they gain the zone, Lorelli has it on the near circle. Rising shot. That one just a teensy bit off the target. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to get out of the zone. There was a shot and a great save by Grand. The puck in along the near boards. Walton backhands it underneath. Hollis. That centering pass goes all the way through. That knocked ahead by Olivia Andrianopoulos. Now Walton has to retreat back into her own zone on the far circle. Walton goes back behind her own goal. 1 minute, 30 seconds left. Walton sends it in along the near boards to Brown. Jasinski ties her up in along the near boards of the Mercy zone. Now Piper Campbell trying to move it out in front, that off the side of the net. Jasinski with it. Jasinski on that far circle into the slot. Shot that in the near corner. Pulling it. Piper Campbell with it. Piper Campbell with the shot. Oh, another shot. And she hit a post. Oh, it looked like it was going in from over here. But goalie's best friend, the post. The puck is loose into the near corner. Jasinski trying to pull it out of the way. As they had a body out in front on those shots as well, making it tough for Rourke. But Mercy able to keep it out of the goal. 45 seconds left to go. There's a shot. Grand. Pad save into the near corner. That picked up by Bradley. Bradley fires it into the neutral zone. Here comes Lopresti. Lopresti gains the zone. Lopresti, high slot. Lopresti battles her way towards the crease. And Rorik comes out, pokes it away. That puck, high slot. Now Drebeck with the shot. That one just goes wide. Battle for it back on the near circle. Trying to get in. That stopped at the near point. Vadlinger trying to send it around. Neubauer trying to pick that up, but here comes Mercy. Montemayor has it right at center ice with 10 seconds left. Montemayor comes in. Shot saved by Grand. 6:02 left to go here in the first. 2-0, the lead by Mercy. Faceoff is going to be in the Pioneer zone. That in the far faceoff circle. Now Lopresti will go to the bench. Quick line change there. Barraclough in to take the faceoff versus Brown. Lopresti will actually just be to Barraclough's left. There's a shot again. Saved by Grand, covering it up. Shot from right between the circles in the slot. That was Manning with that shot. Manning in to take the faceoff versus Barraclough. That puck comes underneath the far circle, lifted back to the blue line, and that will do it for the first. So at the end of one, it is Mercy 2, Pioneer nothing, and we'll have just a short intermission, and then in the second intermission, if we have a little bit more time, we will go in and we will take a look at some of the scores, other scores from yesterday. But let's get a few messages from the MHSAA. You're listening to Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by Arbor Broadcasting.
Here are 5 good reasons for high school multi-sport participation. Fewer overuse injuries, less opportunity for emotional burnout, exposure to different kids and coaches, exposure to different roles, and learning to compete better. Being a multi-sport participant can help a kid become a more well-rounded person. Multi-sport participation is cross-training for life. Learn more at the MHSAA website. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played in school, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered high school game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
Integrity, commitment, love of the game. These traits describe the people high school sporting events can't start without. The officials. They're out there every day giving back to our kids. Let's give them the respect they deserve. Better yet, why don't you become one? Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted, just whistle. A message from the Michigan High School Athletic Association promoting the value and values of educational athletics.
We are back live from the Edgar Ice Arena where it is Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey taking on the Mercy Marlins. 15 minutes up on the board as we are here to start the second. Mercy with the 2-0 lead. We'll flip the period on the scoreboard there. Controlled by Pioneer coming in along the near boards. Tuzinski sends it ahead. Friedman trying to get it away from Walton. That puck comes back behind Lorelli. Trying to pull that up. Now Murphy in along the near boards. Friedman knocks it away from her. The puck skitters on the near circle. Collected, backhanded ahead. Here comes Murphy all the way back. Reed has it at her own blue line. Reed sends it ahead as that puck changes possessions a few times right in the neutral zone. Now comes in along the far boards. Picking it up Friedman. Friedman trying to gain the zone. That deflected all the way back. Zoe Andrianopoulos moves it over to Reed in along the near boards. Reed backhands it deep. Collected by Lorelli back behind her own goal. Lorelli comes to the far side on that far circle. Chips that ahead as that puck skitters back to the Pioneer blue line. Zoe Andrianopoulos banks that ahead, trying to get it ahead to Piper Campbell. Or excuse me, that's Chen coming back. Sent ahead as Walton. That slips back all the way back to the Pioneer blue line. Reed has it there. Reed banks it off the far boards trying to get it to Cheng. That collected in. Here comes Mercy. There's a pass and a shot to Brown. Stick save. Moved it over. Was Grand. The puck still loose back behind. Pioneer gathers it in along the far boards. Neubauer has it in along the end board. Centering attempt. That knocked away. Steered. Top of the far circle. Mercy controls there. Shot, and they score, as that was Reber from the high slot, and that just caught the corner. And Mercy makes it 3-0 at 13:22. As the Mercy firepower asserts itself. I'm not sure. There was a couple bodies out in front. I'm not sure Grand even was able to see that one coming. She may well have been screened. It's that puck in along the near boards back into the Mercy zone. Bergen sends it through the neutral zone. Drebeck has it on the near circle of her own zone. Drebeck collects it, goes back behind. Out into the neutral zone. Unassisted goal for Reber. It's that puck outside the far circle. Pioneer trying to get it out of the zone. That poked right back as Drebeck trying to knock it away. Now that's sent in along the near boards. Giordano was trying to knock it. Brown trying to center it. That brought right back behind. Rimmed around, held in at the far point though, as Rory Campbell was trying to get it to leave the puck just on the far side of the Pioneer goal, and Grand able to cover it up. 12:40 left to go here in the second period. 3-0 is the lead for Mercy. Badlinger in for Pioneer. as well as Barraclough in to take the face-off. Friedman in there, as well as Reed. That puck comes back to the far point. Montemayor takes a shot. That one just misses wide. In outside the near circle as Fergan had it. That into the far corner. Centering attempt by Montemayor. That loose on the near circle. Friedman trying to grab it. There's Murphy centering it. Oh, good job to deflect that all the way back into the neutral zone, as that was Reed getting that out of harm's way. And fired ahead by Fergan and out of play. 12:15 left to go here in the second period. 3-0 is the lead for Mercy. Pioneer looking to slow them down and get some offense of their own going. Barraclough in to take the face-off. That's going to come into the Mercy zone. As Manning taking the face-off, there's a shot by Tuzinski. That comes outside the near circle. Friedman trying to get back to the near point to Reed. But Mercy coming the other way. Now we have a hooking call, as Barraclough looks a little perplexed, but she is going to go into the box. 12:03, Mercy with their second power play attempt. Pioneer will get a line change. They'll be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. Mercy with the 3-0 lead here. Face-off is going to be to Grand's left in the near face-off circle. Manning in to take that face-off versus Piper Campbell. The puck back to the near point. That shot by Walton. Good job by Drabeck to catch it on the body and fire it and clear it all the way down. Murphy banks it off the near boards over own zone, back through the neutral zone. Heading in Manning. Manning gains the zone right at the near point. Centering attempt. That shot. That deflects. Grant got a piece of it into the far corner. That cleared all the way down the ice. An excellent job. That Drabeck again. It was indeed hooking the call. The puck in the near corner of the Mercy zone, as Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to make it difficult for Mercy to leave the zone. And here they come through the neutral zone, pulling it in, and that will be offsides the call. So good job by Pioneer to gum up the neutral zone, make it hard for Mercy to enter the zone. 1:13 left to go in the Pioneer penalty kill. 11:16 left here in the second. 3-0 the lead for Mercy. The face-off will be in the near face-off circle outside of the Pioneer zone. Lopresti in to take the face-off, as that's Reber on the other side. The puck, Reed trying to knock it along the near boards. That fired back in deep. Reber has it back behind the goal. Reber sends it into the far corner, then gets it back. Reber in along the end boards, comes into the near corner. Reed pins her against the boards, trying to knock that away. That comes back to the near point. Fired by Fergan all the way across the ice. Excellent job to knock that away. Here comes Tuzinski with it over center ice. One player in front of her. Tuzinski takes a rising shot. That one just goes wide. That puck in along the near boards. Reed holds it in at the near point. Shovels that into the near corner. Lopresti trying to get that away from Fergan. Reed trying to hold it in. That was able to skip past. And Zoe Andrianopoulos gathers it back in. Back behind her goal, comes to the far side, ricochets it off the far boards. Tuzinski trying to avoid some pressure, spins with it in along those far boards, chips it ahead. That held in at the far point, though. Bouncing puck on that far circle, cleared away. Great job by Lopresti to fire that all the way back. Rourke has it now, trying to set up the play. Rourke quickly feeds that ahead. Reed trying to knock the puck out of the zone. That's grabbed by Manning. And that shot deflected right in the middle and comes all the way back. Excellent job by Pioneer to kill off that power play. Barraclough back into the game. Barraclough now back behind the Mercy goal. Sends it right out in center. That flips all the way through. Drabeck sends it right back behind. Battle for it back behind. Montemayor trying to get it away from Barraclough. That lifted outside the far circle. Barraclough able to poke it away, but now that fires all the way down the ice. That will be icing and head right back into the Mercy zone. Mercy is up 3-0. Pioneer with a little bit of pressure there, though. 9:34 left to go here in the second. Great penalty kill by Pioneer to put the brakes on this vaunted Mercy offense. Face-off now to Rorick's right in the near face-off circle. Manning in to take the face-off versus Piper Campbell. Neubauer back behind her. That comes to Meiling at the near point. Meiling taking a shot. That just goes wide. Walton chases it into the far corner. That comes back to the far point. Holding it in is Drabeck. Bouncing puck comes underneath the far circle. Piper Campbell with the Piper Campbell trying to put it back to the far point. That puck slips just through into the neutral zone. High stick is the call. 9:14 left to go here in the second period. Into the box goes Walton on a high sticking call. Pioneer will have the extra player for the next 2 minutes as they go on the power play. Face-off is in the far face-off circle. That's Rorick's left. Barraclough in to take the face-off. On the other side is Manning. Montemayor trying to get it out of the zone. That knocked by Chizinski as she goes back behind the goal. Trying to come out in front. Knocking away at it. The puck still loose now, covered up. Oh, that was sneaky by Chizinski. She looked like she was going to come back behind the goal, then immediately cut out in front. Tried to jam it in. Rorick got in the way. Friedman tried to join in the fun. We're going to drop it again in the far face-off circle. That puck into the far corner. Chizinski with it, trying to come out in front. That puck skies into the near corner. As Murphy trying to get it out of the zone, held in by Zoe Andrianopoulos at the near point. She fires it across the far point. And shot by Friedman, saved into the near corner. Good job by Rorick. Centering attempt by Barraclough. Trying to get to Jasinski, whacking away at it. Puck still loose. Everyone down. Haven't heard a whistle yet. Still battling for it. Now it comes away. Barraclough picks it up on that far circle. Oh, the puck wouldn't settle down. Coming the other way. That chipped ahead as Zoe Andrianopoulos does an excellent job to poke that away. Saving an attack by Mercy. 1 minute, 5 seconds left to go in the Pioneer power play as it comes into the Mercy zone. That puck lifted, banked off of the near boards and sent into the neutral zone by Fergan as Pioneer will regroup. That lifted all the way down the ice by Manning, and it skitters back behind the Pioneer goal, picked up back behind by Rory Campbell. As a couple players enter the crease, looks like seeing an interference call possibly on that one. Zoe Andrianopoulos gets called for interference, so it'll be 45 seconds of 4-on-4, and then Mercy will have a 1 minute, 15-second power play if I can do some basic arithmetic here. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Piper Campbell in, taking that face-off, bouncing puck, trying to lift it out. That goes right through the slot. Grabbing at Drabeck outside the near circle. Drabeck trying to get it out of the zone. That held in at the near point. Goes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Picked up, and Neubauer has it in along the far boards. Neubauer trying to send it back. That pulled away. Mercy has it right back behind, as I believe that's Brown. Top of the near circle. Reber with the shot. Good job getting in the way was Drabeck. That puck outside the near circle. Back to the near point. Again, there's a shot by Reber. Good stick save by Grand. Shot from the high slot. Bouncing puck. Pioneer clears it away. Good job by Reed to get it out of the trouble. That comes back to the blue line, but held in by Mercy. Chasing it, Reber. Outside the near circle, puts it right back behind the Pioneer goal. Reed has it in along the far boards. Reed trying to knock it ahead to Neubauer. Battle for that puck. Here comes Neubauer. Neubauer chips it ahead, but can't get it out of the zone. That lifted right back into the slot, backhanded by Reed. That slips into the neutral zone. Mercy will have to reset as they are now on the power play. As there's a shot from the far circle, pushed into the far corner. Pulling that back. Mercy, centering attempt. Still on that near circle. There's a shot by Montemayor, comes into the near corner. Back to the near point to Reber. Reber, backhanded. Good job by Drabeck to block that one as well. Comes back to Reber, top of the near circle. Drabeck again trying to get in the way. That got all the way to Grand. Grand with another save. That puck pulled out. There's another shot. Good save by Grand again on a pad save, and then she dives on it. 18 seconds left in the power play to Mercy. 3-0 is the lead for Mercy. 6:16 left to go here in the second. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Manning over there to take the face-off versus Lopresti. Lopresti chips the puck back to the far point, held in by Mercy. Spinning with it, Montemayor. Now Lopresti gets it all the way down the ice. With 6 seconds left in the power play, that should just about do it. As Pioneer back to full strength, the puck in along the far boards of the neutral zone, fired down. That should be icing, and it will be. That'll head back into the Mercy zone. 5:52 left to go here in the second. 3-0 to lead by Mercy. Face-off will be in that far face-off circle. That's to Rorick's left. Reber in to take the face-off versus Lopresti. That puck back to the far point. As Rory Campbell trying to hold that in. That's sent back as 2-on-1 coming in. Moving it over, and Grand makes an amazing save. As they took it from the far circle, put it just to the near side of the crease. Grand able to slip over, make a huge save. Bouncing puck into the far corner. Brown with it there. Brown moves it back on the far circle. Shot. Another save by Grand. That comes into the near corner. Lifted right back behind the Pioneer goal. Trying to get it out in front. Covered up by Grand. He's trying to fire that in was Reber. 5:16 left to go here in the second period. 3-0 to lead by Mercy. Face-off is going to be to Grand's right in the far face-off circle. Barraclough in, taking that face-off versus Manning. Able to knock it out. Jasinski has some speed. One player in front of her. Oh, trying to get it over to Friedman. Good defensive play by Mercy to knock that away, as I believe that was Murphy who got her stick in the way. And fired all the way back. Here it comes in Manning. Manning, driven wide, comes right back out in front. Fires it in and scores as Manning, the Pioneer defense, tried to drive her wide, and she got right to the goal line and cut across the crease, putting it in. Boy, there's not a lot that Grand could do about that one. Mercy makes it 4-0 at 4:54. Is Rorick getting her equipment back on. There we go. Face-off. Barraclough in to take the face-off versus Manning. Right at center ice. Friedman to her left. Jasinski to her right. The puck loose. Gathered by Friedman. Back to the blue line. Drebeck sends it ahead. Coming in, Friedman trying to gain the zone. That's sent ahead. Barraclough chases it outside the near circle. Bouncing puck. Gathered in by Fergan. So they give that one to Manning. And Murphy on the assist. So I saw the 7. Must have been 27, not 17. So Manning on the goal. That puck moved in along the near boards, bringing it in Friedman. Friedman outside the near circle. Friedman into the near corner. Friedman going back behind the goal from the near side to the far side. Friedman fires it top of the far circle. There's a shot by Piper Campbell, and it goes in. I don't know if Jasinski got a piece of it out in front. She may have well, but Pioneer gets it past Rorick. That's no small task. And Pioneer chips away at the 4-0 lead. It's now 4-1. We'll see if Jasinski right out in front got a stick on that to redirect it. 4:12 left to go here in the second. 4-1. The lead by Mercy, but Pioneer is now on the scoreboard. Hopefully that leads to more and more goals. Picking it up on that far circle. Pulling it back behind is Mercy. As Reber has it now. Reber in along the end boards, puts it back behind, gets it back into the near corner. Reber firing it out in front, trying to get it to Hollis. Puck loose, and that comes in along the far boards. Deflected back into the neutral zone. Excellent job by Chen. Now Chen comes back, chasing it. As the puck loose, ahead. Through the neutral zone, that fired in. Here comes Hollis. Hollis gains his own. Hollis trying to move it over, trying to find Reber. That chasing it. Zoe Andrianopoulos sends it along the far boards. Back to the far point. Montemayor with the shot. And again into the near corner. Collecting it, Hollis. That put right back behind the Pioneer goal. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it in along the far boards. Got caught in the official skates. Now sending ahead. Cheng trying to get it out of the zone. That held in at the far point. Reber outside the far circle. Spinning with it. Loses an edge. Pioneer trying to peel it away. Chen has it. Deflected away from her. That puck slips all the way in along the near boards. Olivia Andrianopoulos sends it into the neutral zone. That puck comes all the way down the ice. It's a foot race, grabbing at Walton at her own blue line. Walton through the neutral zone. Walton comes over center. Walton gains the zone into the high slot. Moves it over to Murphy, who shoots and scores. Oh, that was just pretty. It was good puck movement as Grand had to pay attention to Walton. Walton got it over on the near circle to Murphy, who made a perfect sniper shot, caught the upper left-hand corner. That makes it 5-1 Pioneer. Mercy able to answer back. 2 minutes, 38 seconds left to go here in the second. Lopresti in to take the face-off. Again on the other side is Manning. That puck rolls on edge into the Pioneer zone. Rory Campbell sends that ahead. Here comes Pioneer with it, gaining the zone. Lopresti firing it deep. Chasing it, Neubauer into the near corner. Neubauer trying to avoid pressure by Murphy, firing it out in front. That went off of a skate. Gathered, still battling. Good job by Neubauer trying to take it away. Neubauer's centering attempt. That knocked down by Montemayor. Back to Reed at the near point. Reed, her shot went off of a leg. Back behind, that lifted ahead. Here comes Mercy with it. Over their own blue line, poked away by Rory Campbell, who fires it deep. Got that away from Lorelli. Murphy from Walton is the call on the goal. As that's sent ahead all the way back into the near corner. Rory Campbell has it back behind her goal. That poked away, sticked by Grand. Back in along the end boards. Number of players trying to peel it off those end boards. Comes into the far corner. Reed sends it along the far boards. Oh, trying to lift it ahead. That was Giordano. That will be icing. And come right back into the Pioneer zone. 1 minute, 22 seconds left to go. Here in the second. 5-1 the lead by the Mercy Marlins. Face-off in the far face-off circle. Barraclough gives a little love to her goalie. Taps her on the shoulder. Again, Barraclough in there versus Reber. That puck, top of the far circle of the Pioneer zone, now lifted back in along the end boards. Draybeck has it, back behind her own goal, comes into the near corner. Friedman outside that near circle, still trying to peel that away. Now it comes right back behind the Pioneer goal. Tuzinski with it, knocked away, backhanded shot, covered it up by Grand. As that was stolen away by the Marlins. Brown stole it away, came right to the crease, fired it, and Grand able to keep it out of the net. 1 minute, 3 seconds left to go here in the second period. 5-1 is the score. The puck, top of the far circle, held in by Mercy. The puck in along the far boards. Still battling with it at the far point. That skies up, bouncing puck into the neutral zone. Coming ahead is Friedman. Friedman gains the zone. Friedman sends the puck in along the end boards. Grabbed by Walton. Walton trying to get it out. That encountered Friedman and the puck into the near corner. That pulled along into the neutral zone. Now heading the other direction is Brown. Knocked away by Rory Campbell. Rory Campbell banks off the boards. Now the puck loose. Hollis had it, and that knocked away. Good defensive play by Piper Campbell. Outside the near circle, the puck goes. Gathered in as Reber trying a centering attempt. Pioneer able to knock that away. Friedman into the near corner. The puck in along the end boards, back behind the Pioneer goal from the near side to the far side. Lifted back to the far point. Now back into the far corner. Centering attempt, that bounced down and covered up. 7 seconds left to go here in the second period. 5-1 the lead for the Marlins. Pioneer get a fresh set of legs in. Little Presti, Bradley, Miling, Olivia Andrianopoulos out there. Face-off is DeGrand's right in the far face-off circle. Comes into the far corner. That will do it. That is the end of the second period. So at the end of 2, it is Pioneer trailing Mercy 5-1. We'll play a couple messages from the MHSAA. Well, actually, it looks like we're going to looks like we won't get ice resurfacing here. So let's see if I can pull up and take a look at the league scoring here. So there were 4 games yesterday in addition to, or 3 games yesterday in addition to the Pioneer game. It was Grosse Pointe South being Livonia United 5-2. Ann Arbor Huron Skyline beat Northville 3-0. It was Bloomfield Birmingham beating Washtenaw United 4-3. Taking a look, if we pull in and take a look at the league standings, up at the top of the league with 10 points is Liggett. They've played 5 games, won 5 games. Mercy next with 8 points. They've played 4 games, won 4 games. Grosse Pointe South right behind them, tied with Northville. Grosse Pointe South is 3-1. Northville is 3-2. Walled Lake has 4 points, as well as Bloomfield Birmingham, Skyron, and Cranbrook, as well as Livonia United. Grosse Pointe North with 2 points, as well as Plymouth, Canton-Salem, and Troy United. Pioneer has a win, but it wasn't in league, so no points at this moment for Pioneer in the league. And that is your standings. Let's play one message from the MHSAA, and I think we'll be right back in time. You're listening to Pioneer Women's Varsity Hockey, brought to you by it looks like they're going to break the huddle, so I will say we'll postpone that MHSAA message, and we'll get right back to live action. 15 minutes up on the clock. Again, 5-1, the lead by Mercy as Pioneer broke the huddle a little bit, now getting last moment instructions. Their lineup comes out. Grand skates over to the box to the left. Rorick skates down to our right. Barraclough in to take the face-off. On the other side is Manning. Tuzinski to Barraclough's right. Friedman to her left. That puck comes in along the near boards of the Mercy zone. Grabbing it, Tuzinski coming down, backhanded shot. That's saved in along the far boards. Lifted back to the far point where Reed has it. Reed sending it deep. Barraclough trying to send it back, top of the far circle. That intercepted by Mercy. Coming ahead, Manning. Manning sends it on edge. That lifted back into the Pioneer zone. Grand fires it into the far corner. Murphy with it. Murphy sends it back towards the net and covered up. And an excellent job by Grand. 14:28 left to go here in the third. Mercy will get a line change in. Barraclough in to take the face-off for Pioneer. Reber on the other side of the face-off circle. That puck into the far corner. Reed sending it along the far boards. Friedman tries and gets it successfully out into the neutral zone. Friedman has that poked away from her. The puck loose. Again sent ahead by Reed. Now Tuzinski fires it all the way deep. Into the far corner it goes. Montemayor trying to knock it away. That grab, the puck loose, top of the far circle. Tuzinski had it, poked away from her. Piper Campbell with the shot, but unfortunately after the whistle, looked possibly like hooking was the... Yep, hooking the call. And they'll put Tuzinski into the box, so Pioneer will go on the penalty kill again. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. 14:05 left to go here in the third. 5-1 is the lead by Mercy. 2 minutes up on the clock for the Mercy power play. As Piper Campbell in to take the face-off. Into the far corner it goes. That lifted in along the boards. Into the near corner where Montemayor centering attempt. Nice job by Rory Campbell to send it along the boards. Held in by Walton. Puck loose into the slot. and they score. For a moment, I thought Grand had it as she was in good position and just slipped past. 15 seconds into the power play, Mercy scores, making it 6-1. Drebeck comes back, tells Grand, hey, you tried your darndest, was in good positioning. Every once in a while, those pucks slip by. And it's going to make it 6-1. As the puck comes back in along the Mercy blue line. Gathering it ahead. Drebeck trying to fire it the other direction. Here comes Piper Campbell. Neubauer has it into the far corner. Piper Campbell sends it for a ride into the near corner. Trying to get the goal call as they just announced the penalty. Brown with the goal. Walton on the assist. So Brown on the goal, Walton on the assist. Pioneer in along the near boards. Drebeck trying to send it ahead. Chasing it all the way back. Lorelli into her own zone. She picks it up. Back behind her own goal. Goes from the near side to the far side and along the far boards. That stolen away by Pioneer for a moment. Still changing possession. That's sent down by Murphy into the Pioneer zone. Drebeck gathers it up outside the near circle. Trying to get it out of the zone, held in by Manning. Now it's tipped by Drebeck, intercepted right in the slot. Shot that just goes wide. Flynn took a whack at it. That puck lifted back, top of the near circle. Montemayor with a shot. Grand just steers it with her blocker back behind. Now Drebeck in along the far boards. Drebeck pulls it out into the neutral zone. Now Neubauer is sending ahead. As that puck slips back into the neutral zone, whistle, or into the Mercy zone, there'll be a whistle. And come right back, icing the call. 12 minutes, 19 seconds left to go here in this, the third period. Mercy has the 6-1 lead on your Pioneer women's varsity hockey team. Lopresti in to take the faceoff. That is to the left of Grand. The puck, top of the far circle, quick shot deflected out in front. Grand sticks it back behind. As Brown gets it over to Hollis, then back to Brown. On the far side, pulling it out in front. Good job by Grand. Shot from the top of the near circle by Montemayor. That comes outside the far circle. Lopresti trying to pick that up. Lopresti gets it back into the neutral zone, then fired right back in by Hollis. Picked up by Reed. Reed now firing it. That banked off of the near boards. Gathered in. Bouncing puck. Here comes Montemayor. Montemayor into the Pioneer zone. There's a shot from the near circle. That pulled away. Zoe Andrianopoulos has it back behind her own goal. She battles with the puck. Brown trying to steal that away from her. Centering attempt all the way back. High slot. Walton took a moment to tee up the shot. That pulled away by Giordano. Here comes Barraclough with it into the zone. Barraclough on that far circle. Had that puck poked away. Quickly turns, shoots, and a save by Rorick. 11:23 left to go here in the third. 6-1, the Mercy lead. Good job by Pioneer to fight through some pressure at the point and get it out of the zone. That turned into a scoring opportunity. Barraclough in to take the faceoff in the far faceoff circle. On the other side of that is Manning. As that puck pulled back, Tuzinski gets it back to the blue line. Oh, that shot just went wide as Rourke thought it was going the other direction. Puck outside of the near circle. Gathered up, fired all the way down by Manning into the neutral zone. Rory Campbell tries to send it the other direction. Bouncing puck, Barraclough has it. Barraclough sends it into the neutral zone. Friedman into the zone. Friedman bouncing puck outside the far circle, spinning, trying to keep control. Feeds Barraclough. That just a little strong off of her stick. Here comes Rory Campbell with the shot. And a bad save. That comes outside the near circle. Rory Campbell with another shot. That knocked down out in front by a defender. Lorelli got a piece of it. Now Rory Campbell brings it right back in. Rory Campbell, top of the near circle, again with the shot. That puck loose to the far side now. Ooh. Bit of an early whistle on that, but the official lost track of it. Thought it was covered up. It happens. 10:34 left to go. So anytime the officials lose sight of it, they thought it was covered up. Mercy 6, Pioneer 1. Face-off in the far face-off circle. It's Piper Campbell in to take that faceoff versus Reber. The puck back to the far point. Drebeck trying to hold it in, getting around some pressure. Right through the slot. That knocked away. In along the far boards. Reber with it. Reber lifts it into the neutral zone. Here comes Mercy. Mercy gains the zone. Drop back to the Pioneer blue line. Now that fed in along the near boards. Grabbing it, Cheng trying to knock that away. Bringing it in is Hollis, or excuse me, that's Reber. Reber right at her own blue line. Reber into the slot. As that steered just wide by Hollis. Reber into the far corner. Picked up. Neubauer trying to knock it away. As that puck deflected. Excellent job by Chen. Knocked that shot away. Comes all the way back. Walton in along the far boards. Piper Campbell rifles it all the way down as that slips back behind the Mercy goal. 9:47 left to go here in the third. Held in at the near point by Lopresti. Lopresti pinned against the boards. That goes slipping right back behind the Mercy goal. Gathered in along those far boards. Knocked down. Walton trying to get it out. The zone now comes from the far side to the near side. Here comes Murphy. Murphy with a head of steam over on blue line. Murphy through center ice trying to avoid Reed. Tees it up over on the far side for Manning. Manning drop pass back to Murphy. Murphy with the backhanded shot and a save by Grand. 9:19 left to go here in the third period. Another high-quality save by Grand. Face-off will be in the far face-off circle. That to Grand's left. Lopresti in to take the face-off. Manning over on that far face-off circle. Fergan sends it right back behind the Pioneer goal into the near corner. Flynn outside the near circle as Bradley trying to knock that away. Now Rory Campbell comes in trying to poke that puck. Controlled. Bradley lifts it to the blue line. Here comes Olivia Andrianopoulos. Olivia Andrianopoulos gains the zone. Coming down the far boards. Tries to fire that in. That knocked down by a defender's stick. Picked up. Trying to go the other direction is Lorelli. The puck loose on that far circle. Trying to tip that away. Controlled. Now Barraclough chases it into the far corner. Barraclough sends it rimming around the boards outside the near circle. As Lorelli got it out of the zone. Pioneer will have to reset. Barraclough with it right at center ice. Barraclough twists, turns, has that poked away. Coming the other direction, here comes Flynn. Flynn, top of the near circle, shot that just goes wide. Myling has it along the far board. She gets it out of the zone. Battle for it right at center ice. Walton loses an edge. Here comes Friedman. Friedman into the zone. Friedman outside the far circle. She puts it in along the end boards. Picking up Barraclough. Barraclough sends it right back to Friedman underneath. The puck tipped off her stick. Into the far circle it goes. Now there's a whistle. 7:58 left to go here. As into the box goes Reber for a tripping call. So Pioneer will have the power play at 7:58. 2 minutes up on the board. Pioneers managed to get one back behind Rourke. They'd love to get another one here on this power play, try and get some more momentum going their way. Brown in to take the faceoff versus Barraclough on that far faceoff circle. Controlled by Tuzinski back to the far point for Drebeck. Drebeck's shot. That's sticked into the near corner by Rourke. That back out to the blue line. Drebeck trying to fire it. That deflects into the far corner. Tuzinski has it there. Tuzinski outside the far circle. Tuzinski with it into the high slot. Tuzinski shoots and scores! Oh, she went up her shelf with it. That was a pretty goal. 20 seconds into the power play. As she spun, went through the slot, came over on the near circle, lifted it up and caught it top shelf. Wonderful goal by Tuzinski. That makes it 6-2. Oops. Here in the third. $7:38 left to go here in the third. Mercy 6, Pioneer 2. The puck back to the Mercy blue line. Trying to poke that away. Piper Campbell comes in along the near boards. The puck into the slot. There's a shot. Good job. Great save by Grand. The puck in along the near boards. Trying to peel that away. A host of people outside the near circle. Neubauer in there as well as Murphy. coming away. Oh, good job to poke that away by Drebeck. The puck comes back to the near point. There's a shot by Montemayor and a glove save by Grand. 7:01 left to go here in this, the third. 6-2, the lead for Mercy. They'll drop the puck. That'll be to Grand's right in the near face-off circle. Piper Campbell taking that face-off, comes back to the blue line. There's a shot by Walton, knocked down out in front. Still chipping away at it. Reed puts it into the far corner. That slips right past. Reed into the near corner it goes as she is battling Manning. Neubauer coming in to try and get it out of the zone. Held in by Montemayor. She takes a shot that gloved into the far corner. Rory Campbell going to watch Lorelli. That comes back to Montemayor in the slot. Shot that deflects. Neubauer with a good deflection. She got in front of it. She comes in along the near boards. Neubauer trying to feed up Lopresti. That knocked away. Coming the other direction. That fired deep by Murphy. That will be icing though. She dumped it in from the wrong side of the red line. 6:19 left to go here in the third. 6-2 the lead for the Mercy Marlins. Face-off in the far face-off circle. That is to Rorick's right. Barraclough in, taking that face-off. Shot right off the face-off, covered up by Rorick. We'll drop it again in that far face-off circle. 6:17 left to go here in the third. Barraclough versus that picked up, heading the other direction as that was Reber with it. Grabbing it, Rory Campbell sending it over to Barraclough. That swept away by Hollis. Picked up, sent ahead by Reed and along the near boards. Stopped at the near point though by Lorelli. Now Reed banks it off the far boards, feeding it ahead. Friedman trying to pick it up. That knocked the other direction. Battle for it right in front of the scorer's bench. Now that brought in. Trying to knock that away was Tuzinski, but Brown gets it into the near corner for Reber. Centering attempt. That comes top of the near circle. Hollis tries to fire it at the goal. That went off of his stick. Barraclough sends it right back behind the goal. Rimming around outside the near circle. Tuzinski picks it up. Sent right back into the near corner. Rory Campbell trying to peel it away from Brown as they're battling into the near corner. Now that pulled away back to the near point. Sent deep by Montemayor. Brown with it, back behind the goal, going for the near side now, spinning. Brown underneath the near circle. Brown getting it back. There's a shot. That deflects by Lorelli. Now there's another shot that went wide, picked up by Brown back behind the goal. Coming over, bottom of the far circle, another save by Grand. That kicks off in along the near boards. There's a shot. Nice job to knock it down, but with her skates by Tuzinski. That puck back behind into the slot. Tuzinski again knocks it away. Battle for it, and now it slips all the way down the ice. Pioneer weathering some heavy, heavy pressure by Mercy. 4:40 left to go. Raise of the hand by the officials. Into the box goes Reber. Well, if the box will work with her. Sometimes those doors are not easy to get open. 2 minutes up on the board for the Pioneer power play. 4:40 left to go in the third. Pioneer down 4 goals. But they scored on their last power play. They'd love to do it again here. As the puck into the far corner. Friedman trying to get it. That back to the near point. Miling moves it over from the far point to the near point. That knocked into the neutral zone. Grabbing a Drebeck. Drebeck sending it ahead. Olivia Andrianopoulos trying to get that. Now Piper Campbell over to Olivia and Andrianopoulos, who gets it at the near point. That shot deflected right back, steered back behind by Rorick. Now loose on the near circle. That puck comes, controlled. Here comes Murphy, who fires it all the way down, bouncing puck. That'll go right back into the end boards. Miling has it there. 1 minute, 20 seconds left in the Pioneer power play. That ahead to Olivia Andrianopoulos. She sends it down the near boards, as that put right back in by Lorelli. Drebeck in along the far boards, gets it back into the neutral zone. Gathered, sent ahead by Giordano, now pulled in. Here comes Piper Campbell. Piper Campbell with the shot on that far circle. That went off of his stick now, centering attempt. Drebeck holding it in, now that's swept away. Here comes a breakaway, Finn with it. Finn comes in, and that puck wouldn't settle down for her. She tries to get it back, centering attempt, and that slips past Brown back into the neutral zone. 43 seconds left in the Pioneer power play as that puck in along the end boards of the Pioneer zone. Meiling has it. Meiling ricochets it off of the near boards as that heads all the way down the ice into the Mercy zone. Didn't cross their goal line, so no icing. As Bradley trying to pull it off those near boards. Now that lifted back into the neutral zone where Barraclough tries to poke it ahead. Bradley chasing it outside the near circle, puts it right back behind the Mercy goal. Into the far corner. Manning has it. Manning backhands it. Stopping Reed right at the far point. Still battling away. Now firing it deep is Barraclough. Into the far corner it goes. That's collected by Walton. Walton comes to the near side. Walton trying to fire it out of the zone. She's able to clear it all the way down. The penalty has expired. Into the near corner. Murphy has it. Reed trying to knock it away from Murphy. Murphy, wide angle shot. Good save by Grand. Neubauer in along the far boards. That comes into the far corner where Reed has it. Reed banks it off the far boards. That's collected. Fired right back in, but stopped by a pair of skates inside the far circle. Barraclough trying to pull it away from Murphy. That comes back top of the far circle. There's a shot by Walton. Sticked into the near corner by Grand. In along the near boards. That's sent ahead by Zoe Andrianopoulos trying to get it over to Bradley. Now that out of the zone and moves all the way back into the Mercy zone. That will be icing and head back. 1 minute, 56 seconds left to go here in the third. 6-2 the lead by the Mercy Marlins over your Pioneer team. Mercy trying to get their 5th win in a row. Pioneer trying to bounce back. They won their first one, then 2 tough losses in a row, trying to get back to 500. Bouncing puck through the slot. That lifted all the way back to the far point and into the neutral zone. Stopped there by Fergan. Knocked down, fired ahead by Pioneer. Friedman sends it into the far corner. Tuzinski trying to pull that up. Now Friedman sends it in along the far boards. Quickly fired right back into the neutral zone by Mercy. 1 minute, 36 seconds left in the third period. 4-goal advantage by the Marlins. Vadlinger has it back behind her own goal. Vadlinger into the near corner. Puck giving her some issues. Wouldn't settle down. Brown firing it into the slot. Shot. Save. Grand into the far corner. Brown sends it back to the far point. That lifted back into the far corner. Right through the slot. That one good. You got a piece of it. Grand into the near corner where Reber had it. Lorelli puts it towards the net. Good job by Rory Campbell to get in the way of that as it slips underneath the far circle. Brown going from the far side to the near side. Under a minute to go now. Here comes Rory Campbell with it. Rory Campbell over the blue line as that puck comes all the way back to the Mercy blue line. Now Rory, knocked away by Tuzinski. Tuzinski comes in. Tuzinski had that puck knocked into the far corner. She goes trying to pull it up. Tuzinski and Brown battling. Now Brown comes back underneath their own goal, coming from the far side to the near side. 35 seconds left to go in the third. Bouncing puck into the neutral zone. Trying to knock that away. Corralling it. Piper Campbell switches directions coming through the neutral zone. Piper Campbell makes a nifty move into the slot. Piper Campbell with the shot. That knocked away by Rorick into the far corner. Lifted by Montemayor, trying to get it out of the zone. Meiling holding it in. Now Murphy trying to lift it out. 12 seconds left to go in the third. Pioneer trying to hold it in, trying to get one last shot. Spinning puck through the slot, coming over top of the near circle. That deflected back into the neutral zone. 3 seconds left to go. Drebeck fires it right back in, and that is the end of the third. So Mercy wins by a score of 6-2, but a valiant effort for Pioneer versus a very, very good Mercy team as the two squads will get together, line up on the blue lines, and give each other a stick salute. The next game for Pioneer is going to be Wednesday the 24th. That is going to be versus St. Catharines at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. That is a 4:30 game. And let me see if I can't quickly take a look at this and see if I can Just want to verify that really quickly, make sure that nothing has changed. 4:30 p.m. That is on Wednesday at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena, because, again, that is a home game. We'll certainly have the broadcast for you, and no fans are allowed. Same with the next game, Saturday, February 27th. That is at Veterans Memorial Ice Arena. That is a 7 p.m. game on that one. And that will do it for the month of February. So thank you very much, the wonderful fans and everyone, for supporting this team, tuning in and cheering for either of these two wonderful teams in this amazing game. Thank you very much for my camera person and all-around amazing help, Christina Wiseman, who puts up with me so many different ways. My name is Mark Wiseman. Thank you, and good night.